Good morning. Welcome to your early morning intuitive guidance for this fine Wednesday. Hope your day's off to a good start. And we have a wonderful card today. I like this card. It is heartening and kind of most definitely follows the tone of some of the previous cards that we've had lately. So again, when we get a message over and over and over again, it behooves us to pay attention to it. Welcome to whomever just popped on. Glad you are here, and we'll give it a minute for everyone else to start rolling in. And wanted to remind you that we are going to be doing a book club, and if you would like to join us, just send an email to me at bonnie@empowermentandpurpose.com, and I will give you all the details. It's going to be Atul Gawande's Being Mortal. That is the book we're going to be doing. Good morning, Abigail. Welcome. Oh, I hear the fire truck's headed out. Someone may not be having a good morning here. Let's send a little energy. Yeah. So, if you'd like to join us for the book club, just send me an email, bonnie@empowermentandpurpose.com. Good morning, Gwen. Welcome, welcome. And I'll get you the information. So, today we have another Denise Lynn deck. This is a different one. She is so prolific. The Sacred Forest deck, which I love this image because I keep imagining myself going through that doorway. Good morning, Nancy. Welcome. Glad you are here. Happy Wednesday. So as everybody's rolling in, we'll do a few breaths just to settle ourselves and ground ourselves. I think today I'm going to do karate chop spot. I like doing both at once. You can do one or the other or a different spot entirely if that's what you like. But just doing some tapping. Sometimes, most of the time I like to do here, but today it feels like a reset is a good thing. Take a breath in. Good morning, Carolyn. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for the hearts and the rainbow. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. One more, just kind of clearing out anything that no longer serves you, clearing out your sleepiness, and being ready for the day, opening up to receiving today's message. In through the nose, out through the mouth. There we go. So, Sacred Forest deck, Denise Lynn. There's something niggling. Give me a second here. Let's see what drops in. Just a piece about the book I'm reading. Good morning, Barb. Welcome. I've got several books I'm reading, and actually I'm excited this morning because my coffee group, we've agreed we're going to get together in addition to our coffee group time, and we're going to do the book, The Sophia Code. So that's just for my small group, the Sophia Code. But for anyone who wants to participate, we're going to do Being Mortal. So, yeah, lots of stuff going on. It feels like a time of great learning. It feels like a time to pause a bit and pay attention to, good morning, Beth, to the messages that we're getting, yes, thank you for asking. We've made a few strides yesterday. I made one phone call and ended up with 3 more I need to make, but that's kind of the nature of the beast at this point. So he is currently still at Rennes, the rehab facility, and they apparently Medicare approved him through next Monday, and then I believe we'll be moving him to an assisted living facility to get stronger and to go through his cardiac rehab, because that is 5 days a week. And so I think he's going to be pretty pooped after that, and to have a place where he's going to be far safer than home would be is good for the time being. And then down the road we'll reassess and see if he's able to come home. But this has been quite the odyssey, trying to figure out all the pieces. So I called our Care Patrol person, Andrea, yesterday. If your area has something like Care Patrol, and you have your loved one going through something like this, for God's sake, tap them, because they are amazing. They know everything and every facility and who's good and who's not good and what do you do about this and who covers that and how do you fill in for this. And so she was educating me yesterday on transportation, that if there are days that we personally can't transport Dad for the cardiac rehab, there's a group in town that for $3 or $4 a direction will take your person where they need to go and pick them up. So I thought that was pretty helpful. So that's where we're at. I've come to the conclusion that one of the reasons all of this is unfolding the way it is to help us learn flexibility. Faith and trust in the process and flexibility. Good morning, Mel. Glad you're here. Welcome. So, all the practical rebels plopping in here. This is good. Good morning, good morning. And our card fits right in with that. Our card for today fits right in with that. It is meandering pathway, flow. And I want you to take a look at that. There's some amazing things in there. First of all, we've got this wizard in the corner with a lit wand or staff. We've got the beautiful light coming in around the trees. And there's some little orbs around the pathway, lighting the way. So I love that. Look at all the sources of light there. There's at least 3 sources of light in this one image. How awesome is that? And the word is flow. The word is flow. So, meandering pathway, flow. As you saunter down the pathway, how long has it been since we have all sauntered? Maybe we got to practice our sauntering today. That would be good. You are not sure what is around the next corner, but you are relishing the moment. You gaze at the interplay of light and dark of the leaves of the trees and inhale the fresh forest air. All is well. There's a key message I'd like us to take away. Given all the chaos around us, all is well. All is well. You know that you don't have to see your destination. All that is required is to enjoy the journey. You don't have to see the destination. Just enjoy the journey. Easier said than done sometimes, but... And I've got my little reminder of same on my desk. Embrace the process, release the outcome. Because the process is really the whole most of the enchilada, right? So if all you do is wait for outcomes, you're robbing yourself of a whole lot of life. So enjoy the journey. Enjoy the journey. That's what this card's about. So here's where it's talking directly to us. When life presents you a meandering path, rather than a straight shot to a goal, you can feel frustrated. You might bemoan the fact that the path seems aimless and roundabout and that you can't see what's ahead. On the other hand, you can just enjoy the journey. Thank you, Gwen, for putting that in there. Absolutely so. All is well. All is well. Let's see. On the other hand, you can just enjoy the journey. If life right now seems to have some sinuous curves, bends, loops, and turns, don't despair. Thank you, Mel. All is well. Yes, yes. All is as it should be. This card is suggesting that you relinquish control to the path forward and just see where it takes you. Go with the flow. Go with the flow. You don't have to have all the answers to succeed. You don't need to know what tomorrow holds to have an astounding future and a lovely today. Simply sit back and enjoy the ride. You'll get to exactly where you need to be for your highest good. And what if we thought that way? What if we remembered that we can't not get where we're going? We're going to get there. We're absolutely going to get there. And will it be exactly where we thought we were going? Absolutely not. After watching the prom kids the other day at the park, getting their pictures taken, etc., I mentioned to Diane and her sister that How many of us, I think I said it to my coffee group too, how many of us ended up where we thought we were going? Nope. The journey takes us where we're meant to go, not where we want to go necessarily. And if you think about it, would you trade the journey you've been on for that journey you thought you wanted to go on? In my case, the answer is no. This is the journey that's teaching me the things I am meant to learn. So, the spirit of the meandering pathway says, everything falls into place when you don't resist the flow of the meandering pathway of life. Allow the path to take you where you need to go. Don't hurry it or resist it. Simply let go, surrender, and enjoy the journey. So sometimes when, like current circumstances in my life, when some of the stuff seems pretty hairy, my way of letting go can be a little bit truculent. Whatever. Throw up my hands and proceed. But oftentimes it can be like, oh, I wonder where this is going to take me. I wonder what the outcome of this is going to be. And oftentimes those outcomes have not been overly predictable. I can see maybe this, or this, and something entirely different opens up and unfolds. So, how are you doing on that? How are you doing on allowing the flow? How are you doing on having faith and trust that this is the journey? This is it. And that we can choose to embrace the process and release the outcome. That is our choice point. We may not get to choose the path, but we can choose how we proceed down that path. There is a quote from Marion Woodman, who was a Jungian analyst, and she said that her analyst basically said to her, Mrs. Woodman, you can either go kicking and screaming like a pig to slaughter, or you can, brace up and walk with some modicum of grace. The path is going to go where the path is going to go. How will you approach it? And I always thought that was a great quote. She was a fabulous writer. So for today, I'd like us to consider our meandering path, where we've come from, where we are right now, where we think we're going, and an openness to going where the flow takes us. That's our call for today. I hope you have an awesome Wednesday. We'll see you again tomorrow. Remember, you're capable of far more than you think you are, including being in the flow. Bye-bye.